Hi there, today I'm going to show you how to finish a bracelet made with seed beads when you've done some weaving and you use beading thread, such as nylon thread or fireline, a monofilament thread. So first I just want to say, if I'm just making like a single strand of seed beads, then I would use some beading wire like AccuFlex or SoftFlex. And then my favorite way of finishing it is I use these crimp end caps, and they're really easy, and then you just attach a clasp to the crimp end cap, and then you can actually just use the end cap there to hook the clasp. So I sell these end caps in my shop, and I have a tutorial on my website on how to use those. So I just wanted to say you don't need to use thread if you're just doing kind of a single strand of seed beads like this. But if you're going to be weaving some components into your strand, such as in this case these little candy corns, then I would use beading thread, either nylon, or in this case I would prefer to use a monofilament thread such as fireline. So for this particular bracelet I actually use this, which is a 6-pound crystal fireline. So I do have a tutorial on how to make these, how to weave these little candy corns that you can follow if you'd like to make that. But today I'm just going to show you how to add the clasp on here. So you can see this just closes up like this here. And so I just used, this is just a jump ring, and then I used a spring ring. And so it's very minimal, less costly, and I think it looks clean and simple. The trick here is you really want to make sure that your jump ring and your spring ring, the loop here on your spring ring, are closed and they don't have any openings, because it would be really easy for the thread to kind of slip through an opening. So I really prefer to use closed jump rings and clasps. So you could, I'm going to demonstrate using the spring ring with a jump ring, but you could use any type of clasp. Like here I have kind of a swivel clasp. You would then attach the thread to the loop on that. You can also use, just a standard lobster clasp. This one is open. The loop on the lobster clasp is open, so I wouldn't particularly use this one, but if you could use something like this, as long as that loop, or that ring is closed and there's no opening. So to do this, I usually will kind of create my strand first. So you could use this like if you were making a daisy chain or something like this. I started with a candy cane here so that, the weave here would hold the beads in place. And then I ended with one on the other end. However, you could easily put a stopper bead at one end or some other mechanism to prevent the beads from sliding off. So it's kind of really simple. So I'm going to start at the end where my working thread was. And I'm not going to put the clasp right up to one of my little candy corns. I'm going to add about 5 beads here. Okay, like that. And then I'm just going to kind of thread my needle through the jump ring and thread that down like so. So I have my jump ring and my beads there. And then I'm just gonna kind of make a loop kind of over the jump ring by threading the needle back down through the 5 beads I just added and one of the white beads on the tip of the candy corn here. So this might be different if you have, like I said, if you're doing like a daisy chain, you might weave it to the first little daisy, and then I kind of pull that down and pull it tight to secure the jump ring. So now basically I'm just going to kind of weave my thread around here, make some knots. I do go back and reinforce so that the thread goes around at least twice the jump ring here. So I'm going to do that first. So now the way that you get there could be different. There's no right or wrong. So I'm going to go down through, looks like I accidentally went through the wrong. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna pull it. So I went through this bead first when I was coming down, and then I went through this white bead just now. So now I want to go kind of back up to reinforce my thread around the jump ring. So I'm gonna go up through this white bead here. And then I'm going to go back up through the white bead and all 5 of these black beads, as you can see there. And I'm going to pull that around, or pull that through. Now I'm going to go back through the jump ring. That's going to create a second loop to reinforce the attachment of the thread to the jump ring. And I'm going to go back down. And if I can get it through, there we go. And I'm going to go back down. Now you could repeat that process if you want to reinforce it a 3rd time. That's up to you. I find that 2 with fire line, the monofilament thread, which is kind of like a fishing line thread, is usually enough. But if you want to do it 3 times, that would be fine. So now I'm going to just kind of thread through this candy corn. So I went down this white one here. I'm going to come down through this 2 orange and yellow beads. Now I'm going to create a knot. I'm going to use this thread bridge here, pull that through, and then stick my needle through this little loop, and that'll create a knot there. So then that really, will help secure it. So now I'm going to go up through this yellow bead, and I'll go down through this yellow bead here. And again, there's, it's kind of no rules of the exact beads that you need to go up and down. It's really just kind of making your way through to secure the thread. So I'm going to now use this side, this thread bridge here, to make another knot. So I'm going to go through there and put my needle through the loop and pull tight, creates another knot. Okay. So then I'll thread up here, pull the thread around a little more, maybe go back down these 2. And this is, I kind of make this up as I go. You'll get the hang of it, and maybe go back up. And then you can use scissors or a thread burner to cut your thread. Okay. So then I basically just repeat this process on the other side with the clasp. So I will switch my needle to the end thread here, which I leave at least 6 inches, but it can't hurt to leave yourself a little more. It's definitely easier the more thread that you have at the end. So go ahead and thread my needle here. And I'm going to basically do the exact same thing. So I'm going to pick up 5 beads. Those down. And then I'm going to thread my needle through the ring here attached. And then I'm going to go back down through these black beads. And in this case, on the other side, I had the white beads at the tip. Now I have the other side of the candy corn. So I'm going to go up through, or down through the yellow and the orange, and just kind of pull that tight like that. And then I want to make my way back up to reinforce that connection. So I went through these 2 beads, and I'm going to come down through these black beads like so. Okay, I'm going to go back through this loop here like so, go down through the loop so that I'm going through twice, and back through these 5 beads. There we go, like so. Okay. Got caught on the little spring there. So pull it through. And then I'm gonna go and create some knots. So again, it's a little different on this side because I'm working on the end of the candy corn as opposed to the top. So I'm gonna go through this thread bridge here and create a knot. And then I'm gonna kind of weave around a bit, go down through those two, and I'm actually gonna go all the way around this one. So I'm gonna go up through this white bead here. Sometimes it depends, I change the direction. If I'm struggling getting through a bead, I might say, hey, okay, that's not gonna work. So I'll go through another bead. Yep, looks like this one's gonna be, oh, I got it. And definitely bent my needle on that. That happens. Okay, so I'm gonna come back down through here. Maybe come down to this yellow one here. I'll do another knot on this side, going through that thread bridge. Put my needle through the loop to make the knot and pull tight. So now I have 2 knots on each side, and I've reinforced the clasp attached to the beads twice. So now I'll just go up here. Oops. Got it around like that. And trouble getting up through these white beads. Coming up a white bead here. And then I'll go through, maybe through to here, and then I'll cut the excess thread. So again, it's really kind of may change exactly which beads you weave through to secure the thread. But there you have it. So just have the jump ring on one end, and here's a spring ring clasp on the other. And it's really nice when you put it together. It looks very simple and clean. So let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Be happy to answer them. And maybe you have some suggestions on other ways to finish threaded seed bead bracelets. We all like to keep learning new things, so let us know. Thanks so much.